You may not know how or when, but you do know that this particular path is meant for you. That this particular path that's been calling out to you is something that no one else can do. Spirit has given you a clear channel straight to your promised land. This channel is everything that you're afraid of, everything that you're afraid it will become, everything that you're afraid that it has been until you've gotten on this path. It's your lane. It's something that you're good at. There is no one on this planet that can do it like you. There's no one on this planet that can perform whatever this is that you perform effortlessly. Yet and still, someone, something, some way, somehow has tried to convince you that you'll never go far doing it your way, that you'll never be successful trying things the way in which you feel instinctively and intuitively guided to do. You have become far too concerned with people no longer resonating with you, people no longer supporting you, people no longer liking you. But the way that your mind works, it yearns for infinite expression. It yearns for the type of consciousness that is so high, so elevated, that you don't have to say it in 10 different ways just for every level of consciousness to get it. That you don't have to dumb yourself down or say it in such a mundane way or do it in such a realistic way that it actually makes sense. You've worked too hard attempting to make something that's round fit into a square. So doing things like utilizing your gift to simply help someone retrieve their keys, it's going to feel very limited. You're going to feel like, I don't want to use my gifts to help people figure out where to find their keys. So Spirit wants to give you the how and when. How you're meant to do something, when something is meant to happen. I don't even feel like it's something that when it's meant to happen. I feel like when you do this thing, when you apply it, when you apply however they tell you to do it, you will remain in alignment with your soul's path. There is something about your garden, your temple, your spiritual relationship, your sacred space. No one can tell you how you should do it. You know what I'm saying? No one can tell you like, oh, that's outdated or that's old school. There's something about the way in which you do it, it works for you. The way in which you connect works for you. So let's see what your how and when is. You have transformation. You have Archangel Michael. I feel like this is saying how you spiritually stay strapped. Okay? What did I say? I don't even remember what I said. I said your win is going to be... What did I say? I gotta go back and listen to it. I don't even know what I said, but it's something about your win. Archangel Michael just really changed the whole narrative for me. How you utilize this channel that was coming through in the channel message. You see here, she's holding a scroll. How you utilize that channel. Look at this. This is literally a bridge, a channel, a lane, a line, a path, and it leads to this. Okay? Your staircase to heaven, your staircase to nirvana, your relationship with the Most High. Can't nobody tell you how you're supposed to connect, what you're supposed to call God, how you're supposed to identify it. It has different names across many religions, across many cultures, religions, people. So what it looks like, what it sounds like, or not necessarily what it sounds, what it looks like, and things like what it's like all those other things that have been, the image has been given, the name has been given, the story has been given, but no one is focusing on the relationship. What is the personal contrast of that relationship that you have with that higher power, with that divinity inside of you? Okay. So how you go through each life lesson or each life cycle, what type of wisdom you've retrieved from those lessons, that is how you know that you're on the right path. Can't nobody tell you that you're doing something wrong because you guys have learned the hard way. You actually went through the rigorous transformation, the spiritual transformation, the mental transformation, the emotional transformation. And at every turn, you collected gems. You collected the master plan. You know your lane inside and out. You have walked this path more than once. Look at that, the Ace of Cups. So when you love this path that you're on, when you love this journey that you're on, or how you do it and how unique you do it in your own way, you're backed in so many different ways. You can love, but you can also discipline. The Ace of Wands is having that spirit of discernment to be able to determine what you will give life to and what you won't give life to, what you will bring into fruition and what you don't want to bring into fruition. So I feel like the choice has been put into your hands. What do you want to do? All right. The angels are helping you, are facilitating you in whatever it is that you want to do. So whenever you say the word, the angels are going to respond to your spirit, to your call. Ace of Wands. So whenever you say you want to cut this off, or you want to change that, or you want to get rid of that, or I want to clean up my house, my spiritual house, your mental house, right? Your 12th house. When you want to clean up your whatever is lying in your garden or whatever is around you, those angels are standing 10 toes down. Especially Archangel Michael. This has a lot to do with your environment, your roots, okay? So even if you decide to be around certain people, maybe that you have familiar ties with and stuff like that, know that you're protected. Can't nobody do nothing to you. Like, you get to be out here in these streets and remain like a curious fool. You get to be la da 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 da. I'm walking down the path. I see a snake, a great big snake. Can't go over it. And even though there may be danger along the way, or even though there may be certain experiences, even in that space, your relationship with Archangel Michael, your relationship with the Most High is so tight. It's so real. You can never make a wrong turn in any situation. Because that's how spiritually covered you are. All the work that's being sent towards you, Because with the Ace of Swords, I do feel like petitions have gone out. All right, prayers have gone out. And those prayers sound a little bit like, God, please protect me from this Taurus. Okay? And again, you're showing up as someone that is just curiously going wherever you're inspired to go. And there are people that have, like, they've paid attention long enough, and they feel like they have your recipe. They feel like they have your confidence. You know, they've taken something for themselves. It's giving very much leprechaun. They may feel like they have your sexual energy. Okay? They may feel like they have your attention, like your when they can pull on your energy and your spirit fills them. Like if they something about calling you in spiritually, where it may be difficult for you to work or concentrate. Those are intentions being set out. All right, and then there's other intentions that are someone's manifesting you to come back to them after you've learned lessons already with them, and they're doing through like sex magic. They're doing it in secret, but even those intentions get revealed to you, and that's why it's not working, because love is the highest vibration on this planet. It's the most potent vibration on this planet. So no petition to anyone, no petition to any energy can take your free will away from you. It has a negative reverse effect, and I feel like somebody is experiencing negative karma for trying to like call you in towards them. This is definitely like love spells. You cannot be stopped. Your higher self won't even let you. Not only are you made aware of who's doing it, what their intentions are, but you're also made aware of like what exactly they took. Leprechaun, what exactly they did. What was their target? So you're being revealed even the target. For some of you, they have targeted your stability. They've targeted innocent children. Because this is luring, trying to lure children. If it's not children, this is definitely you. Lure you this way, but with how spiritually strapped you are, I don't feel like this is necessarily you. These are unnecessary distractions, you know. Someone falls down, hurts themselves, okay. Someone finds themselves in a situation and then it pulls you away from work. And so in these types of situations where somebody is hoping that, like somebody is praying that something happens to, like bad things happen to people around you that you love, so that way it forces you to have to reach out to them and call them to repeat a cycle. So these are lighting candles, doing love spells, spiritual work. And then for others of you, this is just energy of people that are trying to, like, they want to know what you know. They want to have what you have. Very possessive energy over you. It's like loving you to death. You know what I'm saying? Loving you to the point of they don't know how to fucking control themselves. Look at this. The temperance. It's so much major arcanas right now. Because this is you. Like, you're a star. Yeah, Spirit is saying there's too many people to count. You have a lot of people in competition with you that genuinely hate you. And there's something that you do really well, but you've been sparing a lot of people. Like, you've been sparing people. Like some type of, like, you've been worked on. Okay, this is spiritual work. So in this type of situation, when spiritual work like this is happening over you, or someone is trying to distract you and create these types of distractions, the first thing they have to do is try to subconsciously convince you that retaliating against anyone that does something wrong to you is low vibrational, right? Trying to convince you that you are more high vibrational when you ignore people. That is a belief system that is pushed like an agenda or a narrative. It's like fear of being canceled, fear of being blackballed, fear of being pushed to the side. The agenda with this type of virus will communicate to you subconsciously in a way where it's like, rise above the situation. Ignore the energy. Sacrifice your need to expose it. These are the spells that are being casted. Sacrifice the need to expose it or bring awareness to it, and just be the bigger person. Let them pass. They know not what they do. And all of those things, they sound like spells. They sound like patterns. It sounds very familiar to certain scriptures out the Bible. The objective here is to convince you that if you get distracted and let them trigger you, then you descend. If you ignore them and you act like they're not there, then you ascend. That is a bogus initiative. That initiative and that agenda is to literally castrate you spiritually, where you wouldn't even realize that you were externalizing your own sovereignty to protect, defend, and honor yourself for the belief that something outside of you, after God already told you on this relationship journey that I am inside of you. The I am is inside of you. So for you to place all your hopes, fears, desires, worries on an external subject, for them to go and avenge you, for them to go and rescue you, for that energy to go and solve your problems for you, then you are literally sending your soul to the slaughterhouse. You're selling yourself short. You're selling yourself to an energy. You're selling yourself to be some type of incapable individual. But in order to get you to subscribe to something like this, they have to start rewiring and unplugging and changing your belief system. But in your spiritual transformation, in your shadow work, you were taught that as long as you are a reflection, as long as God resides inside of you, then you are the living word, which means it is up to you to begin something or end something. You are the creator. You are masculine and feminine. You are left brain and right brain. There was never any need for a third party energy to be the person that you rest all your, you just lay it down on your loins and leave it up to this third party energy to solve all your problems. So you're waiting on this energy to protect you. You're waiting on this energy to save you. You're waiting on this energy to deliver you. You're waiting on this energy to avenge you. You're waiting on this energy to bring you your person, to answer your prayers. But long before this energy even responds to you, there's a delayed response. When you get the truth instantaneously, it'll come in like a thought that's literally already inside of you that just comes up. And then to make it even more real, you'll start to feel it in your body. You'll start to feel the manifestation of it in your body long before it actually happens. Long before you become conscious of it, it's already being shown to you whether something will or will not work. So you already know how to move around. So this spiritual agenda to have you come back to a particular belief system, it's designed to, in order for it to really work, in order for the spell to really work on you, you have to denounce your own soul. You have to sacrifice your soul to this energy. You have to literally denounce your path. You have to denounce who you are. Don't that sound familiar? All this denouncing stuff and repenting stuff and begging for forgiveness. If you have to literally go to an energy to beg, plead, and cry because that energy is jealous, possessive, and controlling, it sounds like whatever this energy is that you serve, or whoever serves this energy, it is only for the preservation of itself. You're a number. You're a body count. Which means that you are more of a threat to this energy. You following your path is more of a threat to this energy than you being left alone. And you're a threat because you're a star. You shine bright. You're a star. You shine bright. You bring awareness to a fragmented system that needs to change. And so this energy feels like you've been some of y'all have been indoctrinated before. You've been around this energy, and you've got to see firsthand, you know this energy very well too. So this energy feels like Like it raised you up from young. It took care of you. It taught you everything that you know. And so this energy wants you back. Wants you back in that stronghold. Wants you back. It wants your subconscious realm where all things are crafted from, are generated from. What you become aware of stems from you journeying into your subconscious realm to know what is even in there. And loving yourself. Some of y'all, your relationship with a certain deity or God or something like that, it's giving me it's giving me a religious God. In order to be a subscriber to this religion, yeah, this is how you have to come willingly. You have to come. One of the requirements is that you have to come willingly. It can't be forced upon you. So if you denounce it yourself, then the energy dies. I mean, it doesn't die. It just can't have you. But out of everybody that this energy can have, you are this energy's greatest desire, and this is bigger than just a person. It's like we're in the clouds. We're in the smoke. We're like, we're behind the scenes of like who's actually controlling it. And so casting you as the villain to stop your work, to stop you from being able to reveal the truth, is like the energy's agenda. Yeah, 3 of Pentacles. To like tear you down from the inside out. And so yeah, there are angels that are watching over you. There are also angels that are watching like people are getting close to you to watch you from the inside. Okay, that's what the objective is. They want to get closer to you so they can watch you from the inside. Because those energies, even if they're unaware, once someone's subconscious mind has an imprint on it, and typically this imprint happens at a very young age. It's an operating system, like Buzz Lightyear. Until the person themselves become aware that software, that virus is operating in their mainframe, they are just mirror reflections for this energy. Mirror reflections for this energy to observe you with. Justice. So we have a situation now, because there's been blockages, right? Because this energy, fear, this is the energy of fear, okay? The god of fear, the same God that led the Crusades, the same God that led the abolishment of a lot of different things, that particular God attempted to do one of its biggest scare tactics on you by never letting you work in this town, in this city, by shutting you out from an industry, a market, platforms, so forth. And yet and still you shine, yet and still you showed up, yet and still you saw every opportunity to be as an opportunity for gratitude, an opportunity to wake up in the morning and to see every day as your most productive, as your most happy joy. Can't nobody take that from you. So the obstacles of the world can't take that joy from you because it didn't give it to you. You are God made. You are that energy. Joy is something you were born with. We all are born with joy. This particular god of fear comes in and starts to meddle around. Because just like any energy source, it needs something to feed off of. So what does it do? I need you to separate from that I am. I need you to separate from knowing your own sovereignty, from even realizing that you were born in perfection. You came into the world perfect. I don't care if you had 2 toes and no nose and a cliff lip. You were born perfect. But when you are disfigured in so many different ways, this energy looks at the disabled as being cursed with cycles. And so it doesn't want any defective souls. It wants fully operating souls that have full potential. And with all the agendas to shift the narrative in one particular direction, you'll notice there are so many people that have disabilities, whether they have no legs, whether they're down to their knees, and they are on social media and they are posting and sharing the joy that they have every day of their life. They are doing things and defying odds on a regular basis. And you'll come across their feeds and you'll come across their stories and you'll be like, wow, they are so brave. Only revealing that you don't feel that way about yourself. That's how I am, the creator of all things, shows you what you have, what programs you have lying, what belief systems you have lying in there, lying in your subconscious mind. Because if you can look at someone else's journey and you feel sorry for them, but you're not saying that you feel sorry for them. And so you have to find, it's like, okay, well, at least I'm inspired by them. At the very least. Because you were conditioned from young, you were imprinted on from young, that that's not normal, that that's not fair, that that's sad, that that's a sign of the times. Turning you into an unaware, prejudiced person, an unaware person that has to look at other people's situation as, well, at least I'm not that bad, at least I'm not that down low, at least I have legs, to get you to even get up off your ass to go to the gym, to get you to get up off your ass and eat right and love yourself. You have to start thinking of other people who are worse than you. That says a lot about you. That says a lot about the person that operates in that manner. where you don't even realize that the thought comes in your head that says, well, at least I still have legs. You see how you have to literally use the contrast, the moon, the contrast of what other people don't have as a fuel to light your fire. That's how divided the world is. That's how perception has, how deep it's been rooted in our subconscious minds. And the fact that you can see it in plain sight, you can decode it. The reason why you were raised in certain environments that wielded the Bible or any other religion over you so greatly was so that you could learn amongst them, so that you could be the master at knowing every last single tactic. So yes, you were an earth angel. You are an earth angel that came here on this planet to observe the conditions of humanity. And a part of you observing the conditions of humanity, there are a lot of things that happen to you. There are a lot of secrets that you know. There are a lot of things that you've seen. Page of Cups. At an impressionable stage in your life. And so you have these angels coming in saying, remember who you are. Remember where you came from. Yes, you may have started from here, but you have the reason why you struggle with being here on earth is because you are from multiple dimensions. You are from an infinite consciousness. And this is your North Node. And this is your purpose. And you are meant to expose all of this shit. See, some of y'all was like, you know what, I'm gonna let them live. I'm not gonna expose this or expose that because I'm not trying to be constantly thinking about negativity or karmic or giving it any life or any attention. But there is something about your childhood. There is something about your past. There is something about the things that you know that discredit those that have built these things. And so many of you guys have tried to, oh, red flag, let me just go the opposite way. But what did Harley Quinn say? See, the thing about just how bad human relations are for you, once a person becomes aware of who the fuck you are, it's either you or them. How many of y'all can think back to the memories in your childhood where when you try to give the benefit of the doubt or you try to spare people and say, I'm just going to go the other way, I don't want no smoke, but street rule says because you saw, they got to get rid of you. So now it's you or them. And in many situations, there were times where the people that you love, you did let them beat you. You did let them tear you down. You did let them hurt you. And then there was times where you was like, nah, that shit stops today. So someone likes to, they don't want to talk to the representative. Y'all could be rising sign Leos, rising sign Libra, Aries, Aquarius, they don't want to talk to you. They don't want to talk to your representative. They're like, oh, I don't want to talk to you. Let me know when the real Taurus comes back. Let me know when the person I remember comes back. The reason why they want to talk to that childlike version of you is because that's the version of you that is that's your innocence. That's your nectar. They want to talk to your inner child. They want to talk to the version of you that had your dreams, that had your good dreams. These are the people that gave you the reality check to begin with. So yeah, they want to talk to you. Because that version of you, that inner child, it's not even a version of you, because all aspects of you are still currently existing. So let me correct myself. They feel like they have a better chance talking to your inner child than they do you. Why? Because on some level, your inner child is still in a relationship with a god of fear. Your inner child was lured away from its own vessel by the god of fear. When you went through those traumatic experiences, that was that moment where they were knocking on everyone's door. That's the symbolic meaning of the Pharaoh coming to look for the firstborn, male or female, doesn't matter. The first star born on earth, the original stars born on earth. I want them all. So if they possess a gift like this of imagination and vision, I'm looking for them. And like the Pied Piper, what does the god of fear do? They become possessive over you. That's how you get distorted relationship with father figures, distorted relationships with mother figures. It becomes all ancestral, where kids are mimicking their relationship with the intel, the software in their operating system, their subconscious brain. And so they have a distorted relationship. So a lot of y'all parents spiritually sold y'all to the god of fear because they were afraid. They were afraid of what you would become. They were afraid of your ability, people taking advantage of you. And so they turned to the god of fear and begged for mercy in fear of their child. And a lot of y'all were done the same way. I'm afraid my child is different and stuff like that. So then they start praying over you as a kid. And so the god of fear loves to create situations where you have no choice but to turn to them for help. And in exchange, what does the god of fear want you to do? Give me the deeds, give me the socials, give me the birth certificates, and then in exchange, I'll give you covering, I'll give you protection. But here's one of the rules. Read the fine print. You can never speak against me, blasphemy. You can never work for anyone else. You can never befriend people that are not like you. And you can never leave. Because there's a price to pay trying to leave that initial agreement. And so, like Beetlejuice, this damn energy is in love with you. I mean, you got to start, at some point, humanity has to start reading between the lines. At some point, humanity has to start. When the Bible describes to you a energy in its totality, and it literally says the negative things, we ignore the negative things and we make excuses for it. Great, good, terrible, all types of different things. Until it comes knocking at your door. Until it starts coming to collect your children. So it starts coming to collect your inner child. The hardest part about being spiritually aware about all of this is the truth. It never stops. So there's so many fragmented inner children that want to swing from the chandelier. Trying to find themselves, get their confidence back. Because the God of fear loves the God of fear loves your confidence. It's the most attractive thing. Because it's the element that is in contrary to. See, fear likes to disguise itself as being confident, but confidence is the absence of fear, right? So for the God of fear to convince you to rock with it, you have to sacrifice your confidence. This is why so many people, when they see attractive and confident people, they call it cocky, or they call it arrogant, or conceited. Because the God in their operating system denounces such confidence that it doesn't possess. It has to continue harvesting and siphoning the confidence and making you gray and keeping you in the gray area for the rest of your life of being indifferent on whether or not you agree with someone. And so someone will either have to appeal to with a page of cups. This is like you have to appeal to someone like, oh, well, I like them, I could tolerate them. But when you speak with confidence and you affirm things like, I am God, or you affirm things like, I am who I say I am, or you affirm things like, I have everything I want for nothing. It's like, oh, God gonna humble you. That's fear. Because one thing the God of fear will do, will use all of its support, all of its subscribers, all of its supporters, all of its servants to do exactly what servants do. And that is cease and desist. It's an operating system. Anyone that's confident, anyone that's this, tear it down. End it. Stop it. Which is why the ignorance behind, even with Jezebel in the Bible, the way they chopped and screwed that story, those types of stories make you ask critical questions. The characteristics of a bully is someone that goes around into other people's business, into other people's lanes, and try to dictate to them how they should live, exist, or serve. on their property, on their land. Control, conformity, commitment, agree. Or I'll end you. I'll sever you. I'll cut you off. So when the Bible speaks about certain characters going and requesting a testing of gods and accusing people of seducing them and brainwashing husbands and different things like that, all of those things they're staged. They're staged as propaganda. Propaganda to get those that are afraid of change, those that are afraid of people that are not like them, don't think like them, believe like them, speak like them. The fear of that becomes an ugly trait that's exploited in humanity. And then everybody will rally around and be in support. Because people with confidence are always casted as the villain. You're too confident, you're too attractive, you're too this. But nobody asks those questions. Everybody that run with a narrative and say, oh, that's demonic, or that's a lustful spirit, or that, you wouldn't know the characteristics if it hit you in the ass. Hell, you barely know how to identify the characteristics of the brass that you serve. This entire process is like the biggest mega system, mega project. It's how you get people from being able to reincarnate or evolve, because they never learn the lesson. They never get the picture. They're never seeing the bigger picture. It never clicks. And then ignorance is bliss. And so I feel like a lot of you guys are, yes, they say, you crack the rose-colored glasses, but when y'all come around, y'all are the Justice League. Because your confidence irritates their demons. And they start off loving you, and then they want to beat you. And then they want to blame you for being triggered by you. Tell as old as time. Once upon a time, saying the name Yahweh was forbidden. It was so forbidden to the point where people used to say, you go Yahweh, I go my way. Now, fast forward, after all that drama, after all those divided perspectives around the changes, you have people in churches saying Yahweh and Jesus in conjunction. They had to connect the two. And now they want to say it's all the same. But before, it was blasphemy. It was blasphemy to to call on Yahweh and skip Jesus. It was, oh, you going to hell. Rewind even further than that phase, that era. Go further back beyond the 90s. And they weren't even drawing the correlation of every time you see capital G and capital L in the Bible, that in the beginning, in the beginning of the reference, it says Lord and God was YHWH was substituted for Lord and God throughout the whole Bible. King James Version. That was the narrative. They weren't telling you, everyone turn back to the beginning and let's discuss how these terminologies were it was once saying this, but we changed out. Plagiarism. Okay? Taking something from one book, rewriting it in your own context, mixing up the words, giving it a different tone of voice, then passing it off as the Holy Grail. Go back, rewind back even further than that era. And niggas wasn't even allowed to read, let alone interpret a book. Matter of fact, when they gave the book, it was something that niggas couldn't even touch, let alone read. It had to be interpreted by someone else to them. Once upon a time, it was used as a tool for black people. For slaves, specifically. To remind them of their station. From young. And they would use people that look just like you to interpret it for you, because you wasn't allowed to read it yourself. So you had to rely on whatever the coon was telling you. And the coon was telling you whatever the master was telling them, because they wanted more brownie points. Nothing has changed, no matter how many times we revolve around the sun. Same shit with Diddy. A coon is a middleman that communicates between both parties, and that middleman is chosen because that person has the influence between both houses. It's never changed. So at this point where we are now, with the changes that are coming through with Aquarius energy, the water bearer, it's going to bring a lot of bad news. And it's going to continue to be, it's going to continue to fall, because it's a part of evolution. What's done in the dark has to come to the light. And y'all are the star seeds that are meant to connect the dots. Speak your truth. Be confident. Be brave. You're also the ones that will know how the story ends. Every step of the way, it's going to come to you first. Some might ask, well, if it's the same story and it ends the same way, then what about this? What about this time? What about me answering my calling and being on my path? What's that supposed to change if it's just going to continue ending the same way? That's a very great question. And critical questions are definitely encouraged here. Let's see. Because I don't fucking know. The Ten of Cups. Whew. Can I say Nat Turner? Because that sound like a fear thing. Can I say Nat Turner? Ten of Cups. At some point, being in the dark is like being dead. Okay? But if for yourself, if doing it for yourself ain't enough for you, then it ain't a path for you. If you wanting to make this decision, not because there is some type of, okay, well, I did it because the world's going to change, then that means that you're doing it for a foreseeable outcome. That means you have your own agenda. And we already talked about agendas and how the only God that operates with those with agendas is the God of fear. See, when you have your mind's agenda, you step out of alignment with your soul's agenda, with your soul's purpose, excuse me. For those of you that have children, you know what I'm talking about when you say to your kids, when you tell them to clean their room, and they say, well, what's in it for me if I clean my room? Now you got your kids looking for allowance, right? They've been teaching you and grooming you how to be just like the God you serve by creating systems of rewards to your children and expectations to your children to desensitize them from doing it because that's what they want to do, for doing it because that's who they want to be, what they want to be, and how they want to express their existence on this planet. And so you'll have a conversation and be like, black families say, because I said so. I don't know what other people say in their household. But even that doesn't challenge that young mind. So what happens? They do it anyway. They wait till they get older, and then life have to teach them. So the hard conversations start young. Because what you don't feel like doing, trust me, that God of fear gonna use the thing that you love most against you. Rumpelstiltskin. They don't want you. They want your children. Because they've had their fun with you already. And this is how you have situations where grown-ass adults be envious of their own children. Because once upon a time, they were God's favorite too. And they can't figure out why they don't have the same spark and the same fire. Because once it was taken, then we need some more. You have nothing left. You're getting too old. And so the mortality rate is younger and younger and younger. This energy likes when you fight back. Yeah. Yeah, this energy likes when you fight back. When you participate in trying to figure it out. So when it's like, when you like, okay, fuck it. It's like, no. I take it back. I want to play somewhere. So it's like a big grown child. And so you'll run into simulations, people with the same program, the same indoctrination, the same limited belief systems, the same software. And they'll show up in your life because the person that's puppeteering them in your life is the God you serve. So the God can only give you, that God of fear can only give you what it's contracted to give you. And if you're not having children, you're going to make this God mad because you're supposed to be fruitful and multiply. Just for your kids to be tomorrow's dinner. So the Ten of Cups is saying, this path is only for those. This particular path is only for those that understand the phrase, I'd rather die than to subscribe to this bullshit. Because in this bullshit, you already dead. You already dead. Can't do what you want. You're under someone else's control. It ain't your agenda. And you got to be a good servant. And so those of you that don't want to be a good servant, yeah, you're going to have a target on your back. Yeah, you're going to feel, because you're going to feel like it's difficult because it's a lifestyle. You are generating a lifestyle of confidence, of shine, of brilliance, of magnitude, magnetism, attraction. And your energy is fucking contagious. Do you see what I'm saying? Your energy is contagious. So you will always be a threat. But if you're going to go out anyway, why not go out twirling? It's pretty much what they're saying. Go out twirling, skipping, free. Who cares if they feel like you're delusional, that you're crazy, that you're brainwashed? They'll never tell you. They will never tell you. The real reason why they're giving you this branding you. Branding you as an affiliate of that, branding you as evil, wicked, a heathen, whatever they like to call these people, whatever they like to call the little names that's supposed to hurt your feelings, but really you're just mad. The Wheel of Fortune in reverse. And so the agenda now is to make someone that you may feel like is your divine counterpart. And I'm not saying that they're not. But the objective here is you run into the same situation again. It's either me or them. It's either you or them. What you gonna do? Fight or flight? And so, yeah, the God of fear is playing devil's advocate in your life, because it feels as if it knows that there is someone that you would give this whole path up for. And it looks like now all of a sudden, whatever illusion that this person was under, they're going to be coming in like, I know who you are to me now. I know we're supposed to be together. I'm not saying they're going to say those words exactly. And they could very well be a partner to you. They could very well be a counter. Y'all could have been one soul. Who knows? They could be the yin to your yang, because we have the sun and the moon out here. But with the Wheel of Fortune in reverse, there is some lesson that this person still has not learned. What is this lesson that this person hasn't learned? So I don't care what the manufacturer of this person looks like on the in or outs. This is a test. Wheel of Fortune in reverse, the Fool. They're doing it it's like because there's no other option. You get what I'm saying? It's still forced. It's indirect force. You may not be forcing it, but this person has been experiencing like a series of unfortunate events, and they feel as if it's you that's wielding them to come and make it right with you. But really, it's the God of fear. That is strong arming this person and releasing them from some type of spell that they were under. And then it's like they're spinning this person around in a circle, and after being on this wheel for so long that they're going to stop them and then unblindfold them, and the first thing that this person is going to want to do is come to you, right? Because you walked away. But with the Wheel of Fortune in reverse, they wouldn't be coming to you if the God of fear hadn't done so much fucked up shit to this person with the Ace of Pentacles in reverse. So this person is going to be very suspicious on whether or not you are the reason why they're coming back to you, or if they're making it on their own free will. And I do feel like this person has their own free will. But again, curiosity kills the cat. This person may have made an agreement I feel like this person, the Emperor, it's like this person subscribed to the God of Fear's tactics or something like that. And so they have it in their operating system. What this is saying is that you got rid of it out of your operating system, moved on, but then that energy doesn't want to let you go. That God doesn't want to let you go. And so as a way to block your path and try to convince you that you can't go no other direction, and you have to come back to this to make it right, than to hold you in this spiritual holding cell, right? And then reunite you with someone that you know, that you love. Somebody that I used to know, didn't mean to cut you off. Someone you've been in no contact with. Now hear me out. You and this person, neither one of you likes to be fucking controlled. Yep. Neither one of y'all likes to be fucking controlled. But I promise you, this person does not know that you are not the person that is wielding them to you. You're not the person working on them spiritually. All right? Someone could have petitioned like a genie, and they asked this genie to, and this is a simple conversation, asking this person for their person to go with the person that they perceive to be a karmic, which is they feel like you're the karmic, right? Let that person go to that person so they can see that I am the one that they want, that they should be with. Whoever casted that spell and that illusion, it broke the spell of confusion over this person, and then put you on their radar. And it's all stemming from a karmic connection that they have, or they had. So yeah, with the Eight of Swords, they may be out of that situation, but they're not out of that situation. The devil, okay? They're still the property of, it could be through the contract, paper agreements. They're still property of that energy. It could be through a marriage license or something like that, or some type of contract. Yeah, they can't go nowhere. The Chariot in reverse. This person is being forced. And in order for this person to be forced like this, to come towards you, this person, they don't have love in their heart. See, if this person had love in their heart like you have love in your heart, they wouldn't be easily manipulated and controlled by this energy, by this god of fear. They would have sound judgment over their lives. But due to certain experiences in life, it sent them down a path of like, I don't ever want to be in love again. Everyone plays games, so I'm going to play games with them. When they made that agreement, they locked themselves into some type of spiritual jail. They're the property. They belong to the god of fear because they subscribe to those doctrines and belief systems. And this is how deep the spiritual tie goes with certain religions, belief systems, and X, Y, and Z. And so in this situation, the karmic is portraying themselves as being the divine feminine by releasing this person. I let you go. I release you back to the streets. Okay. But that's because they're trying to personify your energy of being confident and loving themselves in who they are. But they only let this person go, but they put them on a leash. But for you to love yourself, you can only want for this person what they want for themselves. And what they want for themselves is, what do they want for themselves? They don't even fucking know. They want to make somebody jealous. They want to give people something to talk about. This person still have their trigger. They still have disdain in their heart. They are mad at a group of people. They are so mad at like some people that they came across. We don't forgive people. Your apathy. We don't forgive people for them. We forgive for ourselves, because without it, you get a blocked heart chakra. And like I said, love is the most powerful vibration on this that you can have, which is why in every love story, in every life story, love always prevails, even if it appears that it doesn't. It's the only constant in a world of many variables. This person wants to make people jealous. They have a trite heart. And so, yes, the god of fear is aware of this person's triggers and what controls them, what drives them, what motivates, understands them so well. This person has no free reign. They're not on free play. They're on Buzz Lightyear time, okay? And so the objective that this god of fear is using your person for is like a divergent, is to distract you from your purpose. Have faith, okay? Stick to the path. Stick to your path. Three of Wands in reverse. Two of Cups. For many of you, it's like eventually this person would only like despise you or hate you for your success. There's an energy of someone coming back around, and after dealing with several karmic connections, feeling drawn back to you. But with the Knight of Swords in reverse, this person would become like a plant, okay, a spiritual plant in your life to detour you from your purpose and to make you feel less confident. Remember how I told you, what feeds the god of fear? Confidence. You are a very bright light to consume, and you are shining the fuck out. You're shining like a fucking the brightest light that's ever been seen in the spiritual realm. And the dead is healing. You got the dead, all right, crossing over, becoming aware that they're dead, and literally accepting their healing from the spiritual realm. You have, and so in a realm where it's supposed to be hell, right? It's supposed to be the gray area where everyone gets stuck. Your light is literally attracting the living and the dead. And the dead is those that have unfinished business. And so they're bringing their family to you. They're bringing, they're telling their living relatives and stuff, oh, find that Taurus. Help us heal this karmic thing about us. Help us listen to this Taurus. Follow this light. This is a beacon you want to follow. They know they have the answer. They know what they're doing. Help us break this generational curse. Children love you. Okay, I'm tapped into someone. Children love you. This is a collective. Y'all are starseeds. Children love you. The animals love you. You're so, oh my God, effortless. You do something effortlessly. This is the plot. But your soul is not up for sale. You see what I'm saying? Your soul is not up for sale. No matter who they bring in. It's in the eyes. Okay? For those that know, you'll know. You'll know. And people say, oh, you need someone to commit to you, or you need someone to do this, or you have to be celibate that. Let's put it to you like this, okay? When you just need someone to commit to you, you'll get anything. When you believe that someone outside of you has that much power to protect you, it's a recipe for disaster. There would be strife in that home. The moment you stop dating yourself the way you were before you meet a person, the moment you stop loving yourself the way you were before you meet a person, the moment you start rearranging your schedule for a person, is understand that is the very moment where you descend, you become karmic. Because foundations are only built on two: self-aware, self-cognizant, and intentional in their own right. Because your right hand and your left hand are no longer in conflict with each other. You never aspire for someone to commit to you. What you desire is someone that commits to themselves. And on that situation, I rest my case. I love you, Taurus, and I'll see you in the next one. If you are interested in personal readings, all of that information is linked down below in the description box. Feel free to take advantage of the November specials, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.